Big moves brewing at Barcelona. From chasing Nicolas Jackson and Marcus Rashford to planning a swoop for RB Leipzig sensation Antonio Nusa, Barca are on a mission this summer. But that's not all. Goalkeeper Marc-André Ter Stegen could be on his way out, with AS Monaco circling once again. And Juventus? They've officially entered the race to hijack Rashford from right under Barcelona's nose. What does it all mean for the Blaugrana's summer rebuild? Will they secure their targets or face heartbreak in the market again? Let's break it all down, from transfers to tactics and everything in between. Barcelona are among the clubs showing an interest in Nicolas Jackson, and are planning to hold talks over a loan move according to reports. Jackson is currently getting ready for Sunday's Club World Cup final in New York, but has seen speculation over his future increase in recent weeks. The 24-year-old has fallen down the pecking order following the arrival of both Liam Delap and João Pedro this summer. Barcelona explore Jackson loan move. Jackson faces serious competition for his place for the first time in his Chelsea career, and it will be interesting to see how he deals with it. The 24-year-old saw his future come into serious question after being sent off against Flamengo in the group stage, and the rumors are back once again. Nicolas Jackson has attracted interest from several clubs, including AC Milan, but a potential move to the Italian side seems unlikely due to his high price tag. Reports suggest that Chelsea are looking for a fee of at least £50 million, €50 million, which is considered too steep for Milan. Meanwhile, there's also growing interest from Premier League clubs, with Chelsea reportedly expecting to receive offers in that €50 million range for the striker. The report adds Barcelona are admirers of Jackson and would be keen on discussing a possible loan deal for the Senegalese. However, it's believed Jackson has stated his intention is to remain at Chelsea, but the situation is certainly one to keep an eye on in the coming weeks. Nkunku and Felix to leave. Whilst there's a chance Jackson could leave, it's almost certain Christopher Nkunku and João Felix will follow Noni Madueke out the exit door. Second Barcelona star in the sights of Monaco this summer. French outfit AS Monaco have set their sights on a summer deal for a second member of the first-team ranks at La Liga champions Barcelona. That's according to Mundo Deportivo, who point towards Marc-André Ter Stegen as the player in question. Barcelona and Monaco of course have already done business once this summer. As much came by way of a lengthy round of talks, spanning several weeks, which ultimately culminated in Ansu Fati taking his talents to the ladder. And if the latest word stemming from the Spanish media this weekend is anything to go by, then the Monegasques may not be done there. As per a report from MD, Monaco have already made one approach for Marc-André Ter Stegen this summer. As much was rebuffed by the German, who made clear his intention to stay put and fight for his place at the Camp Nou. With Ter Stegen having now been informed by Hansi Flick that he will have little to no playing time this coming season, however, the French side are keeping a watchful eye on the situation. This comes with a view, potentially, to a second proposal for the experienced shot-stopper over the coming weeks. According to Mundo Deportivo via Tuttosport, Juventus have entered the battle to sign Marcus Rashford, rivaling FC Barcelona for the Manchester United forward. With Rashford expected to leave Old Trafford this summer, top clubs across Europe are now circling for his signature. Barcelona have shown strong interest in recent weeks, with Rashford himself reportedly open to a move to the Camp Nou. However, Juventus are now pushing to secure a deal, seeing the Englishman as a key piece for their attacking rebuild. Out of favor at Premier League heavyweights Manchester United, the Englishman has been linked with a move to a whole host of clubs from across the continent. Chief among them are the aforementioned Barcelona, who over the last week have reportedly made progress in their bid for Rashford. As alluded to above, though, the Blaugrana may need to be wary of growing interest by way of Serie A. As per a report from MD, amid their own search for fresh blood out wide, Juventus consider Rashford a potential market opportunity. The Bayern Canary are also interested in the 27-year-old's Red Devils teammate, Jadon Sancho. It is reiterated, however, that as things stand, Rashford wants to play for Barca. There has been a lot of movement within FC Barcelona in recent weeks. The club is looking to reinforce their squad for next season, and they need a major acquisition to ensure that they achieve that objective. Unfortunately, the current financial situation of the club is not exactly helping Barcelona. Because of Barcelona's current financial constraints, the club is prioritizing transfer options that make sense both economically and sportingly. They can't afford to spend recklessly, so any potential signing must strike a balance between affordability and impact on the pitch. Marcus Rashford remains a top target, but with his wages and the potential transfer fee, the deal is complex. An important meeting with Manchester United is expected soon, which could help clarify whether a move is realistic. Meanwhile, Barcelona officials are now reportedly turning more attention to alternative targets, players who offer high potential without the financial burden. One such name is gaining momentum internally, suggesting the club may pivot depending on how the Rashford talks develop. Barcelona to accelerate talks for Nusa. As per our sources, RB Leipzig star Antonio Nusa is seen as an option that would satisfy both of Barca's requirements for a new signing. At the age of 20, he is still a young player and also does not have a necessarily extreme price tag attached to him for now. The Bundesliga player is someone who is able to find value on both wings and even as an attacking midfielder, and the Norwegian talent combines his flair with a unique explosiveness. Thanks to this versatility, he provides a profile that is suitable for Barcelona and what they need. A low transfer fee could be significant. FC Barcelona will look to be very calculated this summer when it comes to departures and arrivals. It simply would not make sense for La Blaugrana to haphazardly make decisions in that regard. For that reason, each and every decision will be taken carefully by Barcelona. Even recently, the club held an important meeting that was reportedly arranged to discuss their transfer plans for this summer. At the same time, however, it is being reported that Barcelona might just be pursuing multiple targets simultaneously. Currently, various reports are coming in identifying certain players as being transfer listed while others are regarded as being too important for Hansi Flick to consider selling. However, the case of 23-year-old Pau Victor is a rather curious one for now. As highlighted by Sport, Barcelona are not completely opposed to letting him go this summer, but it would not just be for him to get minutes. In his case, the Catalan giants are not after a loan deal and would only consider a permanent transfer. This is not because Barca does not value the player, but in fact the complete opposite. Hansi Flick appreciates the player's commitment and work ether, so he would ideally like for him to stay as a part of the first team squad and play during the upcoming preseason tour. A price tag in mind already. However, if Barcelona are to let him go, they would want a transfer fee worth more than 10 million euros to consider letting go of him. After all, given the club's limited financial budget and resources, they need all the income they can get to comply with financial fair play and return to the 1:1 rule. So far, the 23-year-old player has received multiple offers from several major La Liga clubs as well. However, all of them are after a loan deal to acquire the player temporarily, but Barcelona stand firm with their stance right now that he would only leave on a permanent transfer. Still, if the club does manage to return to the 1:1 rule soon and their financial situation improves, even a loan might just be doable for them. Until then, however, Victor is expected to remain with Barcelona and the club is expected to assess other cases where an exit would be ideally preferred. Barcelona only considering a sale for Pau Victor. A low transfer fee could be significant. Reportedly, he has a price tag that would be below the 40 million euro mark, and that could be quite achievable for Barcelona. Interestingly, even his market value at 20 million euros as per Transfermarkt reflects a player who should be seen as a great market opportunity. With such a low-risk yet high-reward operation, it would be best for the Catalan giants to pursue his signing as fast as possible. On that note, our sources claim that the club is looking to accelerate talks with RB Leipzig soon. Moreover, Nusa is seen as a player who would provide immediate quality to Barcelona in a position where they need it, and he has more than enough room to continue developing as well thanks to his age. Barcelona's transfer window is heating up fast. With deals being explored for Jackson, Rashford, and Nusa, and interest growing in Ter Stegen, it's clear the club is entering a major transition period under Hansi Flick. Can Barca balance their finances and footballing ambitions? Will these targets actually make the Camp Nou their home? Or will rivals like Juventus and Monaco steal the spotlight? Make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for all the latest updates on Barcelona's transfer saga and more.